So if those plays are intercepted, it's a different game altogether, and we're calling for Shedeur Sanders.
I thought he was much better.
Tony Grossi, one of Shedeur Sanders' loudest haters, just flipped the entire script, and no one saw this coming. The man who once tore into Shedeur at every chance is now saying Sanders is better than Dillon Gabriel and deserves to start for the Cleveland Browns. That's wild. This isn't just a casual compliment either. Grossi's basically crowning Shedeur as QB1 material, something fans thought they'd never hear from him. After that intense Steelers game, it's like something snapped, or maybe clicked. Suddenly, Grossi's whole tone changed. This is the same guy who used to clown Shedeur on live TV, question his grit, and talk down on his arm strength. Now he's out here praising the same player he once dragged through the mud. That kind of U-turn doesn't happen every day, and people in Cleveland are talking about it nonstop. Back then, when Shedeur opened up about soreness in his arm, Grossi went all in, mocking him right on air, saying stuff like it was strange for a quarterback who barely threw in practice to be that sore. He straight up questioned Shedeur's toughness, his work ethic, everything. It was cold and fans felt it, but Shedeur, he never fired back. He just kept quiet, focused, and kept proving people wrong with his game.
Better against Minnesota than he was against Pittsburgh. He was not good.
Yeah, I thought he was worse. Yeah, I agree.
Yep, he definitely took a step back.
He easily could have had 4 interceptions yesterday.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Easily.
They dropped a lot.
Yeah.
Everybody dropped his passes yesterday.
The Steelers can't catch interceptions. They have 0 on the season.
No.
That calm under pressure, that quiet confidence, it's paying off big time now. Because Tony Grossi's sudden change of heart says it all. The energy in Cleveland has shifted. Something big is brewing with Sanders, and even his biggest critic can't deny it anymore. Now everyone's demanding that Shedeur Sanders take control of this team. It's turning into a full-blown movement. Fans, analysts, even some insiders are all asking the same question. Why on earth is Kevin Stefanski still rolling with Dillon Gabriel when the guy hasn't had a single standout game? The crowd's patience is gone, and you can feel that pressure boiling over in Cleveland. A quarterback shakeup isn't just wanted anymore, it's expected. And let's not forget that viral moment when Shedeur Sanders confronted Tony Grossi after that preseason matchup with the Panthers. Man, that was intense. Shedeur didn't hold back. With that fire in his eyes, he stepped right up and said, "Now, Tony, you got something nice to say about me?" He wasn't done there either. "You always got something negative to say, even though I haven't done anything to you? Why is that?" Boom! The whole room froze. That was the moment everyone realized Shedeur wasn't just playing football. He was demanding respect. Fast forward to now, and Tony Grossi's done a complete about-face. He's out here praising the same guy he once mocked. That alone tells you something's changing behind the scenes. Dillon Gabriel? He was Stefanski's handpicked project, hyped up like the next big thing, but the truth is, the numbers just don't back it up. His game's been flat, and the fan base isn't buying the excuses anymore. And it's not just Grossi flipping sides, even Rex Ryan is doing a double take. Just last week, Rex was tearing into Shedeur, saying he wasn't grinding hard enough and didn't deserve to start over Gabriel. But now, Rex is softening up.
So he was counterproductive because he's got a sore arm.
Okay, so you're using that as a negative against the kid?
I don't understand.
Jesus, God, would you give him a chance?
Well,
My God,
here's the
because his
thing.
arm's sore?
Yeah.
What, that's a negative, that the kid's got a sore arm?
Yes!
Because he's working too hard?
Admitting maybe, just maybe, he underestimated Sanders. Cleveland's football world is turning upside down, and Shedeur's right in the middle of it. Rex Ryan's old comments about Shedeur Sanders were brutal. He made it sound like Shedeur had no shot at earning that spot, but now, the man's eating his own words. After catching serious heat from fans for those harsh takes, Ryan's had a total change of heart. He's not just walking back his criticism, he's pushing hard for Shedeur to get on the field. This flip has everyone talking, because when a guy like Rex Ryan switches sides, it means the tide's turning fast. Ryan's now blasting Kevin Stefanski for his roster decisions, saying it was a flat-out mistake not to have Sanders as Gabriel's backup instead of bringing in Joe Flacco. He called it a wasted opportunity, claiming the Browns could have had 2 young, hungry quarterbacks fighting for the future instead of leaning on another veteran stopgap. That's a strong shot at Stefanski's leadership, and fans are eating it up. According to Ryan, the Browns should be thinking long-term, not just surviving week to week. He said this team needs to see what they've got in Shedeur before it's too late. He's not just talking hype either. He's calling Sanders one of the most naturally gifted young quarterbacks in the league. That's a full 180 from the same guy who once questioned his dedication. Ryan's making it clear, this isn't about favoritism, it's about the future of the franchise. He believes Shedeur could be the Browns' true leader if given the chance to prove it on the field.
This is who Kevin wanted, though. That's the thing. Like, this is Kevin's guy. I get so frustrated watching it because, a lot of times we feel like, oh, they're trying to stick a square peg into a round hole and all this stuff. Not now.
And now, even some players inside the locker room are whispering the same thing. Stefanski's loyalty to Dillon Gabriel might be holding the team back. The tension in Cleveland is reaching its breaking point. Myles Garrett has officially had enough, and he's not holding back anymore. The Browns' star defender just went public with his frustration, and his words are shaking things up in Cleveland. He straight up called out Kevin Stefanski, questioning the team's direction and blasting the decision to keep Shedeur Sanders off the roster. Garrett didn't mince words. You could feel the fire in his voice as he tore into the offensive play calling and the choice to stick with Dillon Gabriel as the starter. He said what fans have been thinking for weeks. It's exhausting watching the same mistakes, the same losses, and the same excuses every single game. That frustration is echoing across the entire locker room. Gabriel's performances have gone from disappointing to downright painful, and now even his defenders are losing faith. It's wild. The same people who once dismissed Shedeur Sanders are now leading the charge to get him under center. Fans are chanting for it, analysts are writing about it, and now teammates like Garrett are demanding it. The message is clear. Cleveland's done waiting. Even Tony Grossi, the guy who used to clown Shedeur every chance he got, is suddenly giving him credit. Grossi's admitting Sanders is better than Gabriel and saying he deserves the shot to lead this team. That's a major turnaround, and it shows just how far things have fallen for Gabriel. And of course, Rex Ryan's back in the mix too, joining the chorus and doubling down on his new stance. He's even blasting Stefanski for wasting time with Joe Flacco as backup instead of giving Sanders the development he's earned. This isn't just noise anymore. It's a full-blown uprising inside Cleveland's locker room. The defense is fed up, the fans are fired up, and everyone's looking at Stefanski like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Good to see you. Oh, we got to do some praising. Dion, she's mine.
At this point, the energy around the Browns feels electric and dangerous. The city's buzzing with one big question. How long can Kevin Stefanski keep ignoring what's right in front of him? The pressure's building from every angle. Fans, players, and even the media are all calling for the same thing. Put Shedeur Sanders on that field. It's getting harder and harder for Stefanski to justify sticking with Dillon Gabriel when every stat, every snap, and every Sunday tells the same story. It's just not working. Inside the locker room, the vibe's getting tense. You've got veterans like Myles Garrett speaking out and younger players quietly backing him up. Everyone knows what the problem is, even if they can't say it publicly. Some players are whispering that Gabriel's lost confidence, that the team's rhythm dies every time he steps onto the field.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's frustrating. To lose the same way every time, it's frustrating as hell.
Meanwhile, Shedeur's out there in practice throwing lasers, keeping his head down, waiting for his chance. And honestly, that silence is louder than any press conference. Cleveland fans have seen this movie before. A team with talent stuck because of stubborn decisions, but this time it's different. The evidence is too clear, and the locker room's patience is wearing thin. When your defense is balling out and your offense keeps coming up short, people start demanding answers. Fast. Even Tony Grossi and Rex Ryan's sudden changes of heart aren't just random. They're reflections of a bigger truth. The momentum has shifted. Everyone sees what's coming except, it seems, the head coach. Stefanski can try to play it cool all he wants, but if the Browns drop another game with Gabriel at quarterback, the noise will be deafening. Fans are ready for change, and they don't just want Shedeur Sanders anymore. They expect him to take over, and you can feel it. The tension's about to explode in Cleveland. Every sports talk show, every fan page, every podcast is saying the same thing. It's time for Shedeur Sanders. The city's not divided anymore. It's united under one message: bench Gabriel and let the kid cook. The whole situation is turned into a storm that Stefanski can't ignore forever, no matter how calm he tries to look on the sidelines. People close to the team say Shedeur's been nothing but focused through all the drama. No complaining, no interviews, just pure work ethic. Teammates have reportedly been impressed by how he carries himself. Quiet, confident, and ready. One insider even said, he's not trying to make noise. He's waiting to make history. That's the energy Cleveland needs right now. Meanwhile, Gabriel's numbers keep sinking, and the excuses are running out. Every drive looks slower, every read more hesitant, and every post-game interview sounds like deja vu. Even the local media, which once defended him, is starting to admit it. The offense feels stuck in neutral. And with guys like Garrett calling out the leadership and the play calling, that locker room tension is turning into a real problem. Fans are chanting Shedeur's name at home games now, loud enough that even Stefanski has to hear it echo through the stadium. It's no longer just speculation, it's demand. The Browns' future could depend on this next move, and everyone knows it. If Stefanski makes the switch, he could save the season. But if he sticks with Gabriel and the losses keep piling up, it might not just be Gabriel's job on the line, it could be his. Something's got to give, and fast. And here's where things start to really heat up, because behind the scenes, people are saying Kevin Stefanski's not just ignoring the noise, he's afraid of what happens when Shedeur Sanders finally steps on that field. Word is, the coaching staff knows that once Shedeur gets a real shot, there's no going back to Gabriel. That's the unspoken fear in Berea right now. The rookie might actually be too good to bench again. Some reports claim that Shedeur's already outperformed Gabriel in private practices, throwing with sharper accuracy and commanding more respect from the offense. Players see it, they feel it, but no one wants to say it out loud in front of cameras. One player allegedly told a local reporter, "Man, if they give Shedeur the start, the energy is going to flip overnight." That's not just confidence, that's a warning. The tension between the coaching staff and the locker room is real. Stefanski's reputation is built on control, on doing things his way. But this situation, it's slipping through his fingers fast. He's being painted as stubborn, the guy standing in the way of his own team's breakout moment. And fans aren't blind to it either. Every week that Gabriel stays in the lineup, the boos get louder and the patience gets thinner. Even former players are chiming in, saying the Browns are wasting potential by playing it safe. The city's craving excitement, and Shedeur brings exactly that: swagger, spark, and hope. It's the kind of energy that could turn this team from frustrated to fired up overnight. At this point, it's not about if the switch happens, it's about when. And when it does, Cleveland's entire season might just change in one snap. The noise in Cleveland is officially deafening, and the walls are closing in on Kevin Stefanski. Every sports headline, every call-in show, every tweet is lighting him up for refusing to make the move that everyone knows is coming. Fans are saying he's protecting his pride more than he's protecting the team, and honestly, it's starting to look that way. Shedeur Sanders has become the name on every fan's jersey, the chant echoing through every bar, every living room, every stadium seat. What's wild is how fast the energy flipped. Just a month ago, people were saying Shedeur needed time. Now they're calling him the savior of the season. Even NFL insiders are reporting that some players are losing faith in the coaching direction, especially with Gabriel still taking the snaps. The defense is tired of carrying the load while the offense keeps collapsing. Garrett's words hit hard, and they weren't just random frustration, they were a message. And that message is being heard loud and clear. It's Shedeur time. The hype isn't just local anymore. National media is starting to join in, saying Cleveland's quarterback drama might explode before the next game. You've got pundits claiming that if Stefanski doesn't make a move soon, ownership might step in. That's how hot this situation has gotten. Meanwhile, Shedeur stays cool through it all. Calm face, sharp focus, same quiet confidence that's turned doubters into believers. He's not out there begging for the spotlight, he's preparing for it. And that's what makes this story so powerful. Because when his moment finally comes, Cleveland won't just be watching, the whole league will. Something big is about to go down and everyone can feel it. Tony Grossi's shocking U-turn, Rex Ryan's change of heart, and now Myles Garrett's public frustration. It all points to one thing: the pressure in Cleveland is hitting a breaking point. Garrett, One of the most respected voices on the team didn't hold back when he called out Kevin Stefanski's decision-making and the stale offensive play calling. He's straight up questioning why the Browns keep rolling with Dillon Gabriel when the results just aren't there. That's not just criticism, that's a wake-up call. Garrett made it clear he's tired of watching the same mistakes every Sunday. The defense keeps showing up, but the offense keeps falling flat. And when a leader like him speaks up, people listen. It's no longer just analysts and fans calling for change, it's the players too. The locker room energy's shifting fast, and the writing's on the wall for Stefanski. He can't ignore the noise anymore. The pressure from critics, fans, and even his own roster is too heavy to brush off. Sooner or later, he's going to have to hand the keys to Shedeur Sanders and see what the kid can really do. The city's ready, the fans are fired up, and the demand for Sanders to start has become impossible to silence. So what do you think? Is it finally time for Shedeur Sanders to take over as the Browns' starting quarterback? Has Dillon Gabriel burned through his chances, or do you still think he's got something left to prove? And as for Kevin Stefanski, will he cave to the heat and make the switch, or will his stubborn loyalty cost the team another season? We want to know where you stand on this wild quarterback controversy. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this video with every Browns fan you know, and don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.